I have made recently two different weight progression plans of different speeds of progression. Both are supposed to be doable. One is quicker and the other is more chill and reliable, and that one is probably the one I am going to do eventually. Right now I'm doing the quicker one. But what I wanted to say is that in both of those plans, I changed my starting weight, the weight which I began working with when I began this program, the live program. I changed that starting weight retroactively. What I mean is that this weight progression plan is based on a starting weight different than what I actually used. And especially since the organization tracks my every movement and they know I made those weight progression plans, and trust me, they care about the weight progression also. They want everything to be as perfect as possible. Then largely because of that, I wanted to explain why I changed the starting weight retroactively. Well, to be honest, it might already be obvious, but I'll still say it. The reason is the weight that I changed it to is the one that I think that I was supposed to actually use instead the one that I actually used. In other words, the weight which I started with, which I immediately changed a week later, it was way too high to start this program with, and it made me very, very sore and also tired. And it made me sweat like really, really hard, although it was pretty hot outside also, but I'm convinced that it was too much weight to start with. And therefore, the starting weight with which I chose now is a deliberate fraction of that weight. A fraction of a weight that I was successfully able to complete the workouts with but was too exhausting for me to continuously use. A fraction that is meant to be balanced, or at least I believe it to be. And to be honest, I had the exactly same starting weight in mind all along since I reduced the weight from the initial weight. I just used a different weight than what I had in mind. I used a slightly higher weight, 5 kilograms higher, because it was more convenient for me, and I didn't want to use a weight as low as the weight I actually had in mind. I didn't want to go that down further on the weight that I use. So like the starting weight that I had in mind, you could call it the virtual starting weight, and the weight that I used actually was the physical starting weight. Like in computers, there was a virtual and there was a physical, something like that. Like computer programming, in computer programming, I'm not talking about computer software and hardware, something like that. So, yeah, that covers the reason of why I retroactively changed it.